Guten Tag alle. Heute wollte ich schon wieder ein bisschen über Pronomen sprechen. Today I wanted to talk again about pronouns in German and kind of review all of them, including the subject pronouns, direct object pronouns, indirect object pronouns, and the reflexive pronouns. So we're going to start with the nominative. Nominative is your subject pronoun. So these include ich, du, sie, es, wir, ihr, the polite you, sie, and then sie. So when you have one of these in the spot of the direct object, then it's going to change in German. So it's going to change to mich, dich, ihn, sie, es. And one note when it comes to it, if it's a masculine noun, you can refer to it as ihn, or a feminine noun, you can refer to it as sie as well. Then uns, euch, the polite you again, sie, and sie for them. And that is when it is a direct object. Okay, so when a pronoun, though, fills the role of the indirect object, it becomes dative. And they change yet again. So in German, these changes are mir, dir, ihm, ihr, es, uns, euch, ihnen, and ihnen. And then finally, reflexive pronouns. Reflexive pronouns simply reflect the subject. In English, we accomplish this with the suffix self. In German, it's mich or mir, depending on the reflexive pronoun is in the role of the direct object, in which case it would be mich, or if it's in the role of the indirect object, such as mir. And for more help on that, review our video of reflexive pronouns. Dich and dir is the same thing. And then starting with himself, herself, and itself, it becomes sich, which is the reflexive pronoun. And when you're looking up a verb, for example, and it says sich rasieren, then you know that it's a reflexive verb. Then you have uns, euch, sich, and sich. Okay, so that's just an overview of the pronouns. Let's do some work to see if we understand how they work. So in this sentence, I have given you the book. You is performing the role of the indirect object, and we want to use the informal you. So in German, that would be Ich habe dir das Buch gegeben. For number two, Nummer zwei, now you is performing the role of the subject, which makes it nominative. So the nominative form of the pronoun for you is du. Du kannst mich nicht finden. You cannot find me. Number three, we see that the role has changed again for the pronoun. Now it is a reflexive pronoun, reflecting the subject ich. So ich habe mich verletzt. I have hurt myself. And now in number four, you will show them the house, or my house. So you're showing them. Them is an indirect object. You're showing them the house. That's the direct object. So this is going to be a dative case pronoun for them, which is ihnen. Number five, he loves her. Her is the direct object, so liebt sie. Nummer 6, do you like him? Magst du ihn? Because he's the direct object. Hat sich vorgestellt. He introduced himself. Nummer 8, ich werde euch die Wahrheit sagen. Now we're going to try a few more. Nummer 9, ich kann mich nicht hören. I can't hear myself. Nummer 10, du hast dir ein Auto gekauft. This is actually performing the role of a reflexive pronoun in the indirect object case. Muss ihr einen Kuss geben. He's giving a kiss to her, therefore she's the indirect object, dative case. And then finally, wo wirst du gehen? Ich hoffe, dass das hilfreich war. Auf Wiedersehen.